anything can be done here. My most favorite car. What would have been the company that I would work at if I hadn't joined Apex? Good morning, comrades, and definitely a good morning in terms of weather, because unlike yesterday with the blizzard and the rain, sky is blue, sun is kind of shining, so it's overall a nice weather. Today in the schedule, I'll be going first to Atomic because I need to upload the vlog, so I need some of their high-speed internet. They're also wrapping their cars, so we'll have some cool design features today. After that, visiting Apex to check out the construction progress. I'll be also getting visitors today. Daniel, the photographer, is coming over with Chris and another guy that you haven't seen in the vlogs yet, but he plays a interesting role in this whole thing. And finally, I will be meeting up with someone and showing you what may have happened if I would not have joined Apex. So yeah, overall a very interesting day. But first we have an issue to solve. If you watched yesterday's vlog, I arrived here with just, pretty much zero fuel. So I need to drive back, and I hope that this meter that says I cannot drive more than 0 kilometers, that it's not too correct. But we will see. I'm pretty confident about it. At least, yeah, I hope so. At least it starts. And yes, I made it. I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. And today I learned that the tank capacity of UP is 35 liters. I've already been to Atomic to drop off my stuff and put the video to upload. And in the meanwhile, I'm already joined by Dilla and Chris. And I told you that Atomic is getting their cars wrapped, which are actually here. And this is what I may be daring to say, which is probably the best tuning shop of the Nürburgring or around that area. And you will find out in a bit why, because I had a look here a couple of days ago and my mind was really blown. Also, we're joined by Robert and his amazing family, so we'll have some cool car reviews by Maximus probably. Hey, cool t-shirt. Do you know what this car is, Maximus?
It's a Nissan. You said GTR? No.
No? A bit shy today. Test something. Launch control.
No.
Oh. Okay, let's go inside for a small tour. And although here is like kind of reception area, let me start by showing you the most amazing part about this company, this building. And this we can find behind this door. Ta-da! So this is where the magic, a lot of magic gonna happen. This is an all-wheel drive dyno that can handle up to 2000 horsepower cars. So whether it's a Bugatti Veyron Chiron or up to 2000 horsepower drag racing GTR, anything can be done here. And usually this type of dyno costs around or more than 100,000 euros, but this space alone is, well, costs probably more than that. And you really do need that if you want to provide high quality service to high quality cars and customers. So for example, again, going back to 2000 horsepower cars, they produce a lot of heat and noise. So we can see here that all the walls are actually soundproof. So all the citizens of nearby villages and all the wildlife, poor Bambi, will not be scared by the crazy cars that will be doing crazy things over here. Now, apart from sound, also a lot of toxic exhaust gases are being produced. And when you need to close down this whole space, where do those exhaust gases go? Now, they end up here. And when we look outside, this is a huge ventilation system, which is actually a big muffler that, again, reduces the sound level and filters the exhaust gases. Which is, let me show it from a bit more far away so you can actually see how big it is. But apart from exhaust ventilation, you also need a lot of cooling to provide cooling for the car, which is being tested on a dyno. And especially if it's a close to 2000 horsepower car, you need a lot of air. And this is coming from there. And right now, this doesn't look too, well, I don't know, impressive or serious. But let's have a look what's behind this wall. And we can find it over here. Let me turn on the light. Now, that's a huge ass turbo. A seat for a reference, so it's actually just as high as I am, and actually probably even higher, and I'm 1.85 meters. So I think you can imagine how much power this thing generates alone. Now let's have a quick look at the workshop, and let me start with my most favorite car, because as you probably know by now, this type of vehicle, a Subaru Impreza GC8, was in fact my first car. Not this particular car, although it has Russian license plate, but mine was registered in Holland. There is something special about this car, and it's actually running engine and drivetrain from 2008 Subaru STI. So it has a old appearance, a classic appearance of GC8, but everything is brand new from the inside. So the coolest feature is that this car is running Civix ECU, which I also had on my car, and I can recommend it to everyone. But it's running the latest generation Civix ECU that you can actually control with Bluetooth from your phone. So you can have everything here, like lambda meters, water temperature, and you can change your ignition maps as well. Change the traction control settings, and yeah, be just the coolest kid on the block. And by the way, here we're doing some designs for the Subaru Impreza. I'm pretty sure it's gonna look kick-ass when it's done. So let's go back to the tour. This is E36 M3, which is gonna be a pretty cool ring tool once it's done. It needs a bit of love. There's nothing crazy about this car, but yeah, let's continue with the tour. And I actually really want to show you what's there. Oh no, what's here? No, actually what's there. Jeez, there's so many things here. But no, seriously, this is something I have never seen before in my life. This is a tire mounting machine where you just put the tire, put the wheel on here, and then it does everything by itself up to 32 inch. And I must say, here around Nürburgring, you cannot have a tire mounting service which can handle the tires of a size above 17 inch or 18 inch. Only professional shops can do that, but usually they say, no, we don't have time for you guys, sorry. And if you have an expensive supercar or hypercar, wheels of which will cost around 5,000 euros or more, and then you see guys handle it with a crowbar to take the tire off, then I can imagine you will not be happy about it. Well, in between, I have arrived in the kitchen area of the workers, and we should actually start from here. And here's a locker room with the showers, toilets, washing machine, everything you need. Now here we can go upstairs to find on the first floor will be a reception customer area where you can configure your car, ask for parts, you know, just the basic stuff. And in the meanwhile, you can have a look through the window to see how the progress on your car is going. So I'm back in the main workshop area, and behind this door we can find the engine room where all the engines and gearboxes will be disassembled without, I don't know, making a mess in the main area. There'll be a lift here going up there to the storage room where you can store all the parts and unnecessary equipment. And if we go back to the main area, this is actually area where you can put about 2 cars and have the doors opened with no problem. And this is actually what the guys are calling electric area. So you can do the wiring and ECU mapping and that kind of stuff. Something like this. In this small room over here, we can find, most importantly, welding equipment. And you have a lift so you can put the car up, so you can measure the exhaust that you can weld. By the way, the guys can even weld titanium. So if you need to weld a titanium exhaust, or I don't know, a roll cage, well, not from titanium, but something, well, less expensive, then those guys can make it happen for you. And now I'm back at the entrance. So here you have the toilets, men, women, separately. Those are, by the way, the letters that will be hung up on the building. But let's go to the main reception area, which is, according to me, one of the best things I have seen, and what many tuning companies are actually missing. So over here will be a small negotiation area when you want to talk with the customer about the parts, about the build, discuss the possibilities, the parts. But here, this is simply amazing. This is where the lounge is going to be. You can see already big TV, there'll be couches, maybe simulators, kitchen, everything. But the best part is here. Look at those huge windows. So you can chill here, wait until your car is done, look at the progress and see that everything is being done correctly without bothering the mechanics. but still kind of be involved in the process. And this is actually something that a lot of tuning shops are missing, because I can tell from experience when I let tune my car and I brought it to the workshop and I let them install the brakes or seats, and it took them like 4 hours or similar. I had nowhere to go because obviously I went there with the car, I brought it there, I was immobile because I couldn't use my car to go to shop or I don't know, something to do elsewhere, and the only thing I could do is just annoy the mechanics. Looking at the car, making pictures, asking them about the parts and so on and so on. That's annoying for the mechanics and was kind of, well, more or less annoying to me because yeah, there was nothing left for me to do. And with this, you eliminate a lot of problems. Now, the most important part that I want to tell you is that those guys have actually started only building this whole thing in November, and we're right now in February. It took them 4 months to transform, I don't know, Animal Farm or some old piece of shit into what you have seen. And, well, you liked it?
Yes, of course.
That didn't sound too... okay, that's better. No, but seriously, and I'm really looking forward to the moment when those guys will be finally done and where we can host a lot of dyno meetings here and a lot of other cool stuff. So I'll be visiting them quite a lot because I'm actually thinking of building something crazy myself, and I will not tell you what it's going to be, but those guys will probably be my first choice to do something because they're in the area, and after seeing the type of equipment and the possibilities they have, most importantly, they have already some cool cars on the resume, fastest GTRs in the world, like 7.5 seconds or faster on a quarter mile, but they have a certificate that allows them to produce their own cars, basically like Brabus does. If you buy a Brabus, it's not like a Mercedes AMG, but in the documents of the vehicle it says Brabus. So in this case it will be REM. Well, yeah, enough talking, let's go to Apex and check out construction progress. And you have never been there before, have you? What?
No.
Ah.
Mine.
Okay. Let's go to Apex. Bye bye GTR. I have arrived. The guys are pretty slow. What's up? Hard time keeping up with the up?
Yeah.
And I see that a French friend of mine, Dan, is also here. And Robert is also here, so I think he's giving him a tour. And yeah, I'm very excited to give a tour to these guys and show you the progress that has been made for the last, I think, 2 days that I haven't been here. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a quick look at the progress. So here, this door is sealed off because this will be a separate apartment. And I see that they already began with structuring the bathroom. And then upstairs, I guess they're pretty much done with my wall. Yep, this wall is taken out that I tried to demolish with this sledgehammer. The guys did a better job than I did. For some reason this wall is out as well. Maybe they'll be just restoring it by putting better materials on it, but I don't know, I'll ask. And yeah, this wall needs to be cleaned up a bit. I cannot get enough of this view. I really need to move this pole somehow. Maybe I'll be lucky with some drunk driver hitting it. Maybe boosted Boris. No. Yeah, well, there is no progress on the top floor, so I will skip it for now. Let's go outside, check out the red Honda, and then I'll need to go to Atomic and pick up my stuff over there. For the memories, how it's going to be. But yeah, everything will be painted in white with a big logo on it of Apex. So if you're coming down that street, it will be, yeah, in your face.
Misha,
Yes?
that's not a shit box, that's a shoebox.
Shoebox. That's not a shitbox either, I would say.
It is.
Is it? Okay, well, if the owner says so, then it is. This, by the way, Dan, he's doing Karmer's blog. You can find the link in the description below. And it's quite windy, so I apologize for that in advance. So a few quick words about your car. What have you done to it?
Yeah, so this is 1.3 EG3 Civic.
Yes.
I changed the complete exhaust. It has a complete 3-inch exhaust system.
3-inch. I heard Supras have 3-inch. Yeah. Bam.
Yeah, I replaced the drum brakes with disc brakes.
That's a really good safety upgrade.
And I put body club suspension in it.
Oh, well. You ever go on a Nürburgring with it?
No, I haven't. Yet.
Are you going to?
I don't know with this engine and it's 75 horsepower.
Hey, I did it with the E36 shitbox last year. That shouldn't be no problem. I'm gonna do it with the up. Oh, by the way, Robert is leaving. Bye bye. You should do it. We should go for a lap later this year. Okay.
Let's do that.
What? Micra. Oh yeah, you went with the Micra. So there is no such thing as having a too slow or too boring car for the Nürburgring. Just go for it and mind the safety. That's the most important thing. Yeah, should we go to Atomic? Atomic. And we have arrived at Atomic, and there is someone here as well. A man of very few words. But yeah, we'll do a review of Rent-A cars somewhere later next week. You already know this car from about 2 vlogs ago, but the owner, Philip, just sent me a message because he said that behind those doors there is something cooking. Let's have a look. Hello. Yeah, impressive. I'm impressed.
Not only you.
No, not your everyday's M5. Rust is lighter than carbon fiber, I presume. And the cage can be nice and cozy on the back seat.
Aerodynamically perfect flexi windows.
Yeah. And make drive window, most importantly.
Yeah, but only for a small cup of coffee and a small Coke and a cheeseburger.
Yeah, because weight reduction. You cannot
You
have
can't get
no-
a Big Mac doing that.
No,
Try
and no Big Tasty. Because the car is a Big Tasty itself.
Yep. It's a green piece of the green hill.
And no green peas involved.
It's a whale.
It's a whale! And the ducktail, so it's a duck. Okay, that's enough puns. It's getting dark outside and it's okay because we have arrived at the final part of the vlog. Like I told you in the introduction, if you have watched it, I wanted to tell you today what would have been the company that I would work at if I hadn't joined Apex. And this is it. When I first announced in the video that I left Ring Garage and would be doing something else, a lot of you have said, hey, you should join Nürburgring Films because they're gonna start a business at the Nürburgring. And guess that's where we more or less at. Hi guys. So yeah, those are the guys that, well, could have been my new place that I would be working at, but instead it's actually kind of their own fault because they said, yeah, we actually stayed at Ring Garage and we wanted to talk to you last year, but we didn't. So yeah, things could have been a lot different, but yeah, still. They're opening up a shop here which will be called Ring Freaks, and it says nicely on the car, race car rental. So you'll be doing mostly race car rental, right? So
Yeah, only race car rental. No standard cars, only with full roll cage, coilovers,
yeah.
racing tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is perfect because this is actually something that we don't have at this point. So very big chance that we will be working together. And I want to do RCN races. I checked their first price lists. And yeah, this is a very good thing and very affordable because how much you think you're gonna rent it for?
Full race is less than 3,000 euro.
All inclusive.
One race, yes, all inclusive. Tires, fuel, starting fee.
Full mechanic team.
Full mechanic team, everything. So this is, yeah, and me,
Also possible to rent for tourist day. Half of the day it's 400 euros, something like that, and you just drive proper racing car, not
yeah.
not some
Yeah.
standard one, and
Yeah.
you can really feel the big difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to go a bit more hardcore, there is also this E46, which you also built, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
But this is for more experienced guys because.
yeah, of course. Well, E46 is a real widowmaker, I always call it.
Yep.
Looks really nice on the inside. Is this also for rent? For a rice price, everything is for rent.
Web shuttle from the airport.
Yeah. Perfect, cool. Yeah, like I told you, who knows, I might be racing one of those two because I need something and we don't have anything at Apex yet. So yeah, we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog with a lot of visits to a lot of shops, and see you tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to Hockenheim Ring, where there'll be some drifting event, something. We might be taking the white GTR you saw today earlier in the video. Who knows? Yeah, as always, subscribe, like, share, have a good day, good night, good evening, good weekend, good month, and so on. We're gonna get some dinner. Yeah, maybe a food shot coming now.